Okay, so today we're going to go over our strategies dashboard and also our choice board, which is something that you'll become more familiar with, especially as the year goes on, because we have built in certain strategies that are going to really help students decipher information for that comprehension and that close reading that you do in your class. So if you click on your strategies dashboard, you'll see that our framework for the integrated readers and writers workshop components is already built in. And then we have our strategies that are linked out. So it's really easy if you know that you're going to be creating a reading mini lesson, then you can go ahead and click on the comprehension strategy or close reading strategy. If you know that you're creating a writing mini lesson, you can click on a process skill, craft skill, and you can kind of work your way down into that student-centered inquiry. One of the other things that we created was a choice board, which kind of also basically made it even easier to decipher between the strategies with the reading mini lesson and the writing mini lesson. So let's just say, for example, that you are going to have a student read a text in your class that day, and you find it that you really want them to kind of break apart that text and really get into the comprehension of it. So you can look through all of these strategies and really decide for yourself which is the one that you're going to want to integrate into your lesson that day. So let's say you like say mean matter. So you click on say mean matter to kind of read more about it. What is it about? And you'll see that we have already built in some sentence stems along with some probing questions that you can ask the students, right? It kind of takes them into very much like what is the literal saying of the text, and then it builds into finally, why does this even matter? What is the purpose of it? And so these are some great stopping points and checkpoints for the students, but also opens up into a deeper conversation that you have with your students. So this would be step one of reading a text. We'll probably do multiple reads of the text. So you can do one read and then have the students fill out what does the text say, and then do a second reading and go into like, what does this mean? And then you can do a third reading and why does the text matter? Right? Because we know that the more times we reread something, we're able to get into kind of the deeper meaning of it. One of the other things that is really helpful is when the students are going to be, especially at the beginning of the school year, they're going to be building on that writer's notebook and they're going to be working on their narrative writing skills that we've built in. So one of the things that is really helpful is if you're struggling, especially at the beginning of the year, and you really want students to kind of get into some natural writing, this is a great way to brainstorm and generate ideas for that writing. Students have a lot to say, especially the year that they just had. So it would be really great if you would kind of have a space for them to write about some of those things, right? So any of these kind of prompts are going to generate those ideas and brainstorming and kind of build the foundational skills that we want our kids to have, that later we can work into some of the other skills that we want their writing pieces to have. So this is a great source and strategies prompts to kind of generate those ideas and for brainstorming purposes. And I would really start here, especially at the beginning of the school year. So take a moment and kind of look through the choice board and also the strategies dashboard. And after you do, what we want you to do is we want you to go back to your interactive journal that you made a copy of at the very beginning. And then I want you to do what do you notice and what you wonder. And please just fill that out in your instructional framework piece for module one. Just what did you notice and what did you wonder?